Hello folks, welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Yes, today wasn't that boring. Well, it was boring. The price action looks boring, but at least one single person is satisfied with today's events, because we know that the PPI just lifted up even more than expected, because they forecasted 0.2% and we did, or at least they published 0.4%. Some of you can ask now, PPI, what is the PPI? Well, that's the US Producer Price Index, and that's the monthly one. So what does that measure? The change in price of goods sold by manufacturers. So usually you can imagine manufacturers needs some certain material, supply, and so on and so forth involved in their production process. And so if all these raw materials and supply rise in price, it's obvious that they have to sell these products, including these inflation. And that's what's happening. So it's one indicator showing us that inflation in the US is lifting up. And we will see what they are going to release tomorrow, because we have tomorrow the German CPI. For many, doesn't matter. 10%. They are forecasting 10%. In my opinion, it will go up even more. Then afterwards, 6 hours afterwards, we will see the core CPI monthly, the CPI yearly, and the CPI monthly. At the same time, of course, because that's not enough, initial jobless claims, and afterwards the crude oil inventories. Just to close the week after we got a lot of slaps and pain, Friday, core retail sales and retail sales monthly at the same time. So my expectations, first of all, just based off the PPI indicating that prices are rising, is that CPI will go up even more. So if these guys think it will go, the CPI monthly for September, we had 0.1 previously. They are indicating, hey, we are forecasting 0.2%. In my opinion, we will make a little bit more, maybe 0.3, 0.4%. It would surprise me if it would go down, to be honest, because then it wouldn't make really sense. So, manufacturers are just going to give this inflation, so the price that's lifting up and the production cost, of course, they are forwarding it to the customers. That's a consequence of it. So we will see. And this picture explains a lot. The only guy that was happy today is my friend Jay. J and L. Well, L is in Europe, but J is my friend, and he is very satisfied today. Absolutely. So, in my opinion, he gets confirmed. Hey, as a firefighter, I have to fight the fire until I don't see anything, not even smoke. And, of course, that means they will keep rising interest rates. That means a little bit more pain for us and for the markets, and we will see how the markets react. I'm not going to make any teaser, because I know already something that could be absolutely very interesting for us, but stay tuned, because this video and session is going to start now. So let us go forward. It's not going to be an Inspo's initial comment this time. So let us see what's happening here. We can see that at least here, as mentioned today, What happened? Well, Bitcoin was holding very well. Also here. Then it went up. We had a breakout. That was a fake breakout. So afterwards we went down, retested that area, went up once again, retested that area, and finally then afterwards we were successful and we dumped. Then afterwards we tried to retest, we failed once. Then we followed this one, so this one trend line we followed just before we started to retest them. Failed. Another one. Failed. Another one. Failed. So it's failing. It's all the time failing because it's weak. And nobody can tell me, yeah, well, I mean, nobody is buying. That's not true. Check the volume. You can't say nobody is buying, but not buying enough. Or other way to explain that, bears are in command. They are selling every time when they are noticing, I don't want the breakout, let us press the red button. And that's what they are doing, nothing else. So can we go up? Yes. Can we go down? Of course. So we will see what this session is going to show us, if we can figure out something. As mentioned, I'm not going to make any teaser, but I can tell you that is something that has to do with our entity. And it's not bullish. So let us go forward. Weights ratio, 30 days moving average, declining. Is that hope? Nope, because the trend is very clear. That's not uncommon that while we are rising, they go down afterwards to go up. So in my opinion, today it should go up afterwards. So it's delayed. It's the daily. So it's illustrating right now what happened yesterday, and it will tomorrow show what happened today. So we will show that, and I will tweet about that then tomorrow. But it maintains at 42, relatively high for just a dump and weights ratio. So, and what we are seeing here is very interesting. Just let me show you that here. First of all, let us start with this, with the weights ratio. We have 90 here. 90 is in particular with the weights ratio 30 hours moving average a key level, very critical. At 90 it means, wow, be very, very careful longing. But at the moment, yeah, it's rising and also matching a little bit to the weights ratio 30 days moving average. Why I'm expecting, for example, that we will go up tomorrow in the weights ratio 30 days moving average, but we are still below 90. So indicating they are sending Bitcoins, but you know, chilling a little bit. So not that huge. The problem comes when we see, for example, what they are doing with stablecoin reserves and exchanges. Because yeah, we went up, we had a very extreme, let me show you what Bitcoin price did, because that's the most important thing. Let me disable here something. We don't need this one. Okay, so what we see is the correlation is very accurate. Money comes in, price goes up, money goes out, price goes down. Money goes in, price after bounced goes up once again, money goes down, price goes down, money goes in, price will go in, so or go up. So indicating, yeah, we can have a breakout, but I would be extremely careful because that's not big money. I mean, we are talking about they are maintaining the current price level, but they are not doing anything at the moment to push up very hard. But also, something we need to have in mind. We had today 120 millions in outflows. I can't see here, meaning the net flow is almost neutral. So money is coming in, but not that huge. So we need to be very careful here what these guys are going to do, because we know they love it every time when we go down just before to go up. We need to see if we go up. Also there we need to be careful, because we need to see how the market and how the price will react. At the moment, it doesn't look like, to be honest, that we will go up. I will show you why. We had gammas. I mean, we have more space to the downside than to the upside, because all call levels and concentration in calls are between 19 and 19,500. So can we go up? Yeah, to 19,500 maximum, maintain there, and afterwards go down very hard. That's my expectations at the moment. Let us go forward. So let us talk about flow activity. You can see that the flow activity is lifting up here as well. That's what we see. That's a trend. The trend is up, indicating more volume coming in. But we also have even, that's a negative gap, indicating we have more inflows than outflows, but also outflows are lifting up, indicating they're distributing. Even the aggregated volume went up, indicating they are right now distributing at 19K. Yes, it's at 19K. Why should you distribute at 19K if you can buy back at 25K? I don't care. I really don't know what these guys are doing. And in particular, when I'm reading then, and you know, I flipped a little bit again to bearish, when I'm noticing people just saying, "Oh, we will bounce." We will go up. We will go up. Don't worry about that. You don't. After you sold your house to buy bitcoins, you don't need to buy another one. Just maintain calm. We will go up. You will see. Then afterwards, you will buy 50 houses. I don't think so. I really don't think so. At the moment, the metrics are really indicating they are preparing. They are in preparation. Waste ratio lifting up, gap, so the net flow between inflows, outflows in favor of the inflows. That's why, for example, the Bitcoin reserves on centralized exchanges are lifting up. Even we have those outflows, indicating much Bitcoins are coming in. And that's absolutely not bullish, because all references we have is very accurate. Every time we went down. Doesn't mean if we make this fake rally to the upside or bull trap or whatever, they are not going to start to distribute the way up, because they love to do that. But you will see. I mean, we know entities, what they like to do, and I would be extremely careful, because they use different ways to distribute, even OTCs. I was shocked today when I noticed that the centralized exchange activity, the network activity related to centralized exchange, were almost flat for 30 minutes. Never have seen that. Means just tiny, so extremely less activity, while we maintained a relatively, well, not big, of course not, but some activity related to OTCs. That's really interesting. However, so as mentioned, the gaps are still here. We are receiving in the last 2 hours 2,000 bitcoins. Is that big? Well, at least you can't, I think, you can't crash Bitcoin to zero with that. But yeah, we need to compare also what we are receiving in the last few weeks and what impact it had. So yeah, that's not that low. I mean, here also another 3,000 bitcoins this morning. Here another 2,000, another 2,000, and so on and so forth. They start to accumulate bitcoins on centralized exchanges. Of course, we had also here, as mentioned, outflows. For example, here 2,500, another 1,500, sorry. So that means if we have here a gap of 3,000-4,000 bitcoins, they are right now waiting on centralized exchanges to see one scenario, the push up before we go down. So distribute the way up, maintain, send more bitcoins like they did several times in the past, and then dump it. So but of course, we need money. If we want to make something, we need money. And yes, they distributed. That's why we see here 12 million outflows. But at the same time, they send 40 millions because they want to absorb. And that's why we are seeing that here. That's it. Let us go forward. So just to make it clear, that's peanuts. It's really peanuts. I mean, we had... Well, it looks a little bit like end of September, to be honest, so absolutely nothing big, and it looks very similar, because we are just doing lower highs, lower lows, and that's what they are doing, and afterwards we went up to go down later on. So I hope we will go up and break the 20,500. I have my doubts. Or at least go down and break the 19K, because I'm really tired of this price level at the moment. So we will see. We are playing with low volume, but that's fine, because even the centralized exchanges activity is indicating we are declining even more. So something that's scaring me a little bit is the low volume involved to derivative exchanges, something we didn't had in the past, and that's really scary me. However, funding rate lifted up, declined, lifted up a little bit, declined very hard, and now it's lifting up, indicating the aggregated funding rate that derivative exchanges are indicating and showing the demand for longs are coming back. While we see here, for example, someone took profit, and that's not that low. We are talking here about 350 million, and that's a lot. It's, well, at least what was 350 million when we had 350 millions in inflows. Wow, that's really some weeks ago now. So someone is done, I guess, with its long. I guess. I don't know, to be honest. However, the funding rate is lifting up, open interest declining, also leverage ratio is declining. I think they are just liquidating late shorts. Also related to bitcoins, to derivative exchanges, the biggest was yesterday with 2,000 bitcoins, and I said it's peanuts. Today, not even 2,000 bitcoins. We are talking about the maximum here. It's 1,356 bitcoins. So really, in that case, I can really say it's peanuts. So doesn't look that great. However, aggregated, you can see what's happening. I mean, turbo, woohoo! I don't know, that looks like a little bit like the interest rate decisions of the Fed at the moment, but not. It's the leverage ratio, the aggregated leverage ratio, indicating a lot of derivative exchanges are just showing people are leveraging more than place big volume orders. And that's why the open interest is lifting up, but not showing the same positive reaction like the leverage ratio. Is that good? Well, it depends what you want. No, it's not. Because we don't need a big volatility to liquidate both sides. And that's the problem. However, I mean, yesterday was 11th. We had almost 800 bitcoins liquidated by longs and 188 by short. So Low volatility is also here indicating nothing big, really nothing big happening at the moment. While the leverage ratio, wow, it's just amazing what they are doing. Absolutely. And you can see, I mean, in 2021, when we did the first time in 2021 our all-time high that was here at 65,000, the open interest was really high. The leverage ratio wasn't. So what happened here? What's the difference? And we also know that hedge funds are shorting much more than longs. They are closing longs. They are just pushing up with shorts. And they were absolutely accurate. So I can imagine, that's just a theory at the moment, they are using high leverage for shorts positions, maybe a little bit risky, only if they know you will not pass and break the 19.5. Absolutely not. Could be it, right? So maybe these guys are expecting a big move tomorrow, but it's not going to be a bullish one. And that's what's happening. Funding rate maintains. I mean, Binance, look that's I mean, went up and maintained. Okay, that's a problem of the chart here, because it's, you know, it's a combination of different indicators, open interest, leverage ratio. Also on Binance, leverage ratio maintains. It's not skyrocketing like the aggregated one. Also open interest maintaining, not doing anything big. That's what we can see at the moment. If we go forward, we can see we reduced almost 200 millions and longs while we are maintaining the short. So it declined a little bit in open interest. That makes sense because we also had those 300 million outflow, so indicating there were longing. Yeah, it would match at least to Binance. I mean, that's an aggregated chart where we see the outflow to derivative exchanges, because we don't know if it's Binance, if it's Bitfinex or whatever, but it would match very well to Binance. So I guess someone took profit from the longs and, you know, 300 millions. While shorts maintaining, nothing happening. And please, because I have seen a lot of people just look, wow, crazy, 4 billions versus 1 billion. Yeah, forget that. Because Bitfinex always has much more longs. I don't know why. I think that's hedging what they are doing or something. And they always have much more longs than shorts. So to take the total one doesn't make sense. Just use the Binance one. That's the best one. Because also Binance has the biggest liquidity and it's the main market driver. So that's why FTX and their algos are using Binance as well. Yeah, so 72 to 28, and on Ethereum looks a little bit more healthy with 66 to 34. But however, that's not good at all. Let us check what is happening on Binance. Well, first of all, wow, they need to go at 20k. Now, just imagine, just to go back to my theory. First of all, first thing we are noticing, we don't have 80 millions in liquidation. We only have 60 now on Binance. We had 100 millions last week. So almost reduced by 40%. And now we have here a bunch of short liquidations, the biggest of whole Binance, it seems. So that means, and usually that should be a magnet for exchanges, for Binance, for example, to go up to 20k and to eat them. But the gamma is indicating, wow, then you need a lot of money to push up to 20k to liquidate them. And I'm not sure if that's worth to do for the exchanges, to be honest. So that looks a little bit arrogant to make a almost 20k to put, it seems, a lot of different high leverage positions, but maybe they know something that we are missing or not, because we know tomorrow is going to be pain. So let us check if FTX looks similar here, because longs gone, it seems, a lot at least. Let us check here, FTX. What? Kingfisher. I never have used the charts below, to be honest. Yeah, well, FTX, I would say exactly the same. Well, here a little bit, but exactly the same. Also here, 20, well, it's a little bit more up. 20,000 on Binance, it was 99 or something, but it looks very similar. So someone is, it seems, shorting big, high leverage. I mean, big. 2,100 liquidation. I don't know how much that here is and how much money is behind. I really don't know. High leverage, big bars, looks like, ooh, that's the big money there. I don't know if that's the case. I will try once again to invite Ben Altstein this Saturday. So Ben, if you are right now watching this analysis, let us talk just tomorrow. And if you have time, just to make some statements about the Kingfisher, maybe when I'm making my live stream and making this analysis, I would like to invite you just to give us a little bit more information about how the Kingfisher works really and what the bars here are showing us and so on and so forth, to have a much better understanding. But at the moment, it looks like high leverage short positions are on the table. Let us go forward. So Gamma have changed once again. Gamma is nothing that's static. It's dynamic, because that's a market, an option market. People are buying puts, options, call options, closing them, shifting them, and whatever. So that's what we can see here is we have the biggest call concentration here. That's really big. And we have put concentration here. It looks like it's more puts than calls. Let us check. Wow, we had just before, when I checked that few hours ago, we had the Gamma wallet 19.5. It disappeared. They shifted everything to 19,250. It's very close to our current price, right? But it matches to the trend line I have. Absolutely. Once again, they failed to break at 19,120 or 30 or something. So, yeah, at the same time, we have at 18,500 the next support area. And that's a big one. If we break this one, 17.5 is the consequence. That will be the last support area we have, at least based on Gamma. Something else that would match is the GAGs. The GAGs went down to almost zero. That was at 19,000. Then afterwards it went up to 25,000. That was at 19,130. Now we are at 19,080. Indicating we have more space to the downside than to the upside. It's still relatively neutral, but it gives us more space to the downside than to the upside. Strategies. Oh, that's big. Well, big. Also something that it hurts to see even that option trading is declining in volume. I don't know. That's so crazy. Short risk reversal once again. Short straddle once again. Calendar short risk reversal. Okay, that's I guess that's linked together. So they are shifting just and that's it. Some trades. So let us check the short risk reversal, and that's this one. It's exactly the same. But for end of March, expecting, come on, really? They are expecting to see a price hitting 15K until end of March. That's not part of my trade strategy. Stop with that. I mean, for November, yes, even for this month, okay, I'm fine with that, but not in March next year. Jesus. No. I can't accept that. Okay, whoever. The next one is short straddle. But someone is in particular having a focus to 15K. That's crazy. So in short straddle will show us what they are expecting. Something. Oh, that's big. That's not. I mean, this one, for example, but even the others were big. So indicating they're expecting this Friday and 2 days 19K. Well, I just see 19K here. So to be honest, even end of June 2023, 19K. Yeah, that's the problem. If you're playing around 19K for a while, they forgot or they forget that we have even other price levels to the upside and to the downside. That's the consequence. Now they think, well, we can make 19,100 in 1 year, maybe $100. That could be possible. I don't know. I really don't know. But they are playing big here. I mean, we are talking here about relatively big volume, right? So 19K end of October, 19K mid of October, 19K end of June next year, and 19K. Yeah, that's it. So I don't know. Also, we don't know. It could be a follow-up strategy. We don't know what's behind, but okay, 19K. I mean, the price is showing us we are not leaving the 19K at the moment. We are maintaining that. So maybe they have really an interest to maintain 19K until end of this week. Custom strategy. That's going to be the big one. Let me see. The biggest lots are here. So, and these guys are playing. Okay, it's not multi-leg. So until end of October, oh, that's one, it seems. 19 and 16, both puts, indicating they are expecting to see a bigger dump in October. If we are right? Why? Because we don't know what's behind. If that's, I don't know, linked to another strategy, if they are, that's custom strategy. You know, we don't know what's behind. It's not a predefined strategy here, but both are puts. They are buying puts 19K, they are selling puts 16K. So usually we should see a price level that goes more to the downside from 19K until end of October, and that's it. I mean, everything else it's exactly peanuts. I don't see anything. I mean, calendar short risk reversal. It's as mentioned, 20K, and that's also big. But they both put 16K until end of December. Oh, Jesus, oh my god. I don't want anymore. That's crazy. Okay, let us go forward. So let us see who is the market driver here at the moment. FTX? No, not at all. As you see, I mean, they were good in selling, but they are not good in buying, not yet. So we'll see. I mean, look, the aggregated since yesterday, lifted up by almost 1000 bitcoins, indicating they are buying more. Just the Bitcoin collateral looking more bearish, and even the stablecoin collateral looking bearish. So both are much more indicating someone is shorting more, at least more shorts. Right now it's lifting up. Would also here maybe it's really, I mean, we are not talking about huge money, right? But here funding rate lifted up, funding rate lifted up, now funding rate declining, now funding rate declining. Well, it maintains here on the stablecoin futures, but here at least it's lifting up once again. Not big at all, absolutely not. We are not talking about huge volume, but the market is also not in conditions. So let us go forward. Even Binance, I mean, also it's the same. That was since yesterday. Since yesterday they declined even more, so they sold. Now lifted up, declined, lifted up, and it's maintaining. Would I say that's big? No, it's not. Absolutely not. Bitfinex. Ooh, Bitfinex. What happened also since yesterday? You remember, declined. I said, what is that? Now it's lifting up. Okay, so it seems one of the drivers could maybe also explain. I'm wondering why that looks different. Absolutely. Why? CBD futures coin merchant? CBD futures coin merchant. Oh, maybe I should just refresh the site? No, I did. Crazy. No, okay, then I need to refresh Bitfinex. Okay, now it makes more sense. Yeah, and sorry. No, it looks different. Why? It's the aggregate. It doesn't make sense. Why it looks different? I don't know why it looks different, but it looks different. Okay, who cares? However, I mean, it seems that looks much more. That's Bitfinex and of course Coinbase. Look, Coinbase is it's crazy. They are just lifting up. We are not talking about huge volume, but it's absolutely fine. So let us go and check what entities are doing. Let us start with retailers lifting up. I like that. I'm a big fan to see Bitcoins are going to retailers. I'm a big fan. I could even imagine to become a Bitcoin maxi if I see that Bitcoin is going directly to all retailers. That would be extremely bullish. Extremely bullish. I'm not joking. Really not. I mean, I like the idea behind Bitcoin, but not in the hands of institutionals, to make it clear. So here also very interesting, buying. This guy's here, declining a little bit. This guy's here, okay, buying the dip. We know they like that. They do it. Buy the dip, go up $500, $1,000, distribute, go down. Ouch. You see that? Look here. Went up by 60 and is reducing the balances. And in just another 2 days, 20,000 bitcoins. And I guess that's the beginning. Indicating they are sending bitcoins again to OTCs and so on and so forth. At the moment, I didn't see any. We will check the chart, but I didn't noticed any fund flow by the market makers entities. At least nothing big. But yes, that's not bullish at all. And of course, these guys lifting up when these guys are pushing down because someone has to receive these bitcoins to sell afterwards. So let us check, because it's a little bit delayed by 2 hours, it seems, that fund flow chart, something it wasn't before. I have noticed that a few days ago. Look, here it's 1 hour now, okay. But however, nothing happening here. So the market maker at the moment, the market maker entities, no, not doing anything, absolutely nothing. I mean, really not. Just these guys here, as mentioned, 100 to 1000, buying the dip at the moment just to push up afterwards. Yeah, we will see how it will play out at the end. Stablecoin reserves on derivative exchanges declining a lot, and the bitcoins not really lifting up. So future market looks really, wow, crazy. Since end of September, I have started to track once again, because we reached here, and then they started to lift up their reserves, Bitcoin reserves on spot exchanges. So lifted up. Afterwards, we had this fake rally, and we declined, and now it's lifting up once again. Something happened, something similar could happen again. Yes, I think so. So we need to see. It's too early just to say that, but I can imagine that one scenario, what I mentioned, be careful at 19K, don't feel comfortable there, because they will nuke it directly from here and they will liquidate all these longs. Or once again, we are going up to 19,000. I don't know. I mean, we have a huge gamma at 19,250. I would expect today it's not going to happen anything, nothing big. Maybe maintain this 19,000 until tomorrow, like some followers just mentioned. It is possible, or we will nuke directly from the 19. And maybe many will say, how is that possible? We did that 8 times, and we went up to 20,000. I did my money, and why we are not going up? Why we are going down directly from here? How is that possible? Because Inspo told you, don't feel comfortable there, because they know it. They know you will feel comfortable if they do that 5 times in a row. Bounce at 19, bounce at 20. That's what they are doing since a while. So don't feel comfortable. Don't feel comfortable. And of course, stablecoin reserves, even if it's lifting up, but I mean, we are coming. Oh, it takes a little bit. Okay, we are coming from here. Look, that hurts. That really hurts. That really hurts. So, about the condition of derivative, that's really crazy, because they are even declining, in my opinion, even faster now that spot, indicating future market is dying at the moment, even more than spot, but both are dying. Miners not doing anything. That's something it's wondering me a little bit, while the hash rate is reaching new records, what also indicates that more people, while the energy prices are lifting up, are mining more. I don't get that, but I'm not it's not important if I'm not getting it. So now you can see, I mean, that's really hardcore, almost dead. That's centralized exchanges. You don't see on Binance, on no fund flow, absolutely almost no fund flow. The only ones here at the moment, it's much more, I mean, we went up, centralized up, down, OTCs up, centralized down. In my opinion, that's indicating, hey, these OTCs are here, for example, initiating they are distributing at any local top they can find. I don't like that. And that's it. Let us go forward. So Coinbase, CBD lifting up, check. They are more bullish than bearish. We have, as you see here, at 19,100, we have a main POC there. What should I say? No big changes here, even not to the upside. If we go more, we zoom in, we can see they're here at 18,700, waiting with almost 300 bitcoins. That's big, but to the upside, absolutely nothing. Not really. So not really. It looks like Coinbase usually likes to trigger buy orders and then to go up to sell them. But I don't see here big volume, so maybe it looks like they are not done yet. So Deribit, nothing changed since yesterday. Still exactly the same. We are still here at 20k, even 20,400. Well, I mean, it's interesting. They really triggered this buy order. We have another one at 18.7. That's it. Bitstamp. Bringing more liquidity to 18k. They are still here limiting the way up between 20,500 and 21k. And that's it. Yup, that's it. Binance. Also here, nothing changed. I mean, they removed here liquidity at 12,500, but they placed at 10,000. Yeah. And we still see all these sell orders. It's spot. I mean, even here, for example, 375 at 20k. Why we have here a lot of buy orders as well, you know, I mean, but nothing have changed, absolutely nothing. Bitfinex spot, nothing have changed, everything is still there. Yep, nothing have changed. I mean, they are limiting the way up at 21k, and here will be the next wall at 17.5. That's it. FTX perp. I mean, at 20,200, they want to short a lot here, and everything above of 19,800. And that's very interesting because that matches very well to our Kingfisher chart, right? So, but then 18,000 would be the next limitation, and that's it. Absolutely nothing big happening. OKEX spot. OKEX spot has a wall at 19,300. Huh, that could be also Bitfinex. Kraken. Wow, they reinforced here 21k. And they placed a new wall at 18k. A lot of volume here, but also sell orders here. BitMEX. Let us check Bybit. But Bybit is, yeah, I like Bybit. It's always, it's dark. It's you know, it's nothing happening there. BitMEX, nothing. Well, it's not true. They are limiting the way up at 19.5. 19.5, it's just, you know, it's, they don't want to let the price go up, and it's crazy because you can see the volume here, how the volume is rising also to the downside more than to the upside. So we are talking here about Bitfinex futures. They want to long all the way down, but even here until 20,500, a lot of volume, not even 21k. They remove these walls here, but that's it. Nothing big. Absolutely. And also placing walls between 11,500 and 13K. But yeah, as mentioned, nothing big. They are shorting at the moment. It seems more than longing. Same with Bitfinex. They are shorting more than longing. But yeah, nothing. Also here, absolutely nothing. Kraken futures, nothing. OKEX futures, nothing. Well, yeah, okay, but that's not big at all. You're talking about $10,000. That's not big. And FTX spot. And FTX spot, oh, that's new. That's new. I mean, they are placing a wall at 15K, and it seems also at 15.5. But they are removing the wall here at 20,800. Maybe because they are saying, well, not really removing, but they removed a lot of liquidity. Maybe because they are noticing it's not possible to go that up or something. So that's it. So what should happen? Yeah, it looks really like these guys are waiting for tomorrow, and I mean I'm very transparent to you. I'm hedging. I have a long and I have a short. My long is from both the biggest one. My short is 50% of the funds of the long. Because yes, I'm expecting to go up. Not big, but enough so I can close my long. You know, I can add more to my short, be prepared, and then give him. So at the moment, to be honest, I mean, we see they don't want to let the price go up. At the moment, that's what we can see. I mean, that's Binance spot with USDT. We did here 18,800 Bitcoins in volume in 1 hour. Another 18,600 Bitcoins an hour later. I mean, we are talking about big stuff. They are not buying and let the price retrace to buy again and let the price retrace and buy again. No, it's a fight between bulls and bears. We have bears that actively are pushing the price down because they are distributing, and we have bulls who are really trying to maintain on the surface because they know underwater, no air for them, and that's it. So we need to break out. For me, it's absolutely clear. If we go and break out, I need a retest, and then let's go. If we go just directly, scam pump up, we will go even more down. That's absolutely clear. A retest usually is a nice indicator that these guys really want to make a nice rally, even if it's a fake one, but we will go up. If we go straight up, that means we will go immediately afterwards directly down again, and that's what happens. So for a trend, to see that the price is going to flip in trend, I would like to see a trend breakout, retest on the trend line, and then everything looks different. I mean, we are maintaining there. They are really trying. I mean, we have at 19K, we bounced here several times, and in my opinion, we will go more down, and then we will have maybe the breakout, and then we will see how the breakout is going to look like. Because at the moment it looks like that here. That's what we are doing. Maybe go a little bit more down. That's also something we did. And then maybe suck. I'm bullish? No, not yet. Not yet. I'm still expecting something like a bull run or a rally, exit rally for end of the year. I think it seems a bigger dip is going to happen. Just because we have some metrics in favor of that. Like I mentioned, weights ratio and even option trading doesn't look bullish at all. We have the gamma walls indicating they don't want let us go up above 19,250. Instead, we have more opportunity to go down. I can imagine if the inflation is going to rise, they will push up very hard tomorrow. That's something I can imagine. But yeah, we need to see. I mean, I would also expect to go up first before we go down, to be honest, because that's what they did several times. But at the same time, we have these, what I mentioned several times, this effect, this psychology effect, where we know that people feel very comfortable here. So they don't even need the bull trap because that's the bull trap already. They are here placing longs. So if we maintain, doing maybe right now lower lows and lower highs, where many would expect and afterwards up, and they do exactly the opposite, down. They would liquidate a lot of longs, a lot. Of course, with some liquidity, and then up to retest, and then more down. Right? That's how it works. Also here, it's absolutely, if we have such a retest, then that's going to be a very painful experience. But, well, why not? I mean, we had now a lot of sideways runs, so it's time to show some, some price action. We will see. At the moment, it looks very bearish. Also the matrix, but the matrix doesn't say, hey, we will dump today. So we can go up today and go down tomorrow. We can go this week even up and down next week. So that's why I'm using different views and metrics and informations to bring a full picture of the market's conditions. And at the moment, it doesn't look like we are going to move to the upside big, where we can liquidate those shorts at 20k. I think we will maintain 90k, it seems, and then we will go down, in my opinion. I don't see at the moment, because no money is coming in. Without money, some said, yeah, but look, the money is still there and waiting. Yeah, but I mean, I agree that money is coming in, but not that big. So I'm not sure if we can make 21k. And with the gamma wall, with this big one at 19,250, we need a lot of money to break this one, and at the moment doesn't look like, to be honest. However, trade carefully. I hope it was insightful, and we will see us tomorrow. Again, that's not a threat, just to be careful. It's not a threat that we will see us tomorrow again. So I'm not Russian. It's a joke. It's a joke. Hey, it's really a joke. Okay, I'm not. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not going to make any jokes about Ukraine, Russia, or whatever, because that's really stupid. I'm sorry, but however, big love you all. It doesn't matter where you are. The only thing that counts is that you are a kind person. That's the only thing. Everything else, forget it. Big love. See you tomorrow. Bye bye, your Inspo.